Hello everyone, I am Tamika Miles. Welcome to LJ's Kitchen. Welcome to another edition of LJ's Kitchen. I'm your host, Tamika Miles, and we are here with Miss Shante Williams. And today we are going to be preparing some shrimp Alfredo. Is that okay with you?
Yes, I'm super excited. Yum,
right.
yum, yum.
All right, now I want to know a little bit about what you do.
Okay, I'm Shante Williams, and I run a self-empowerment program for girls called Beauty Within.
Tell me what Beauty Within is.
It's a self-empowerment program for girls where we talk about 3 major issues.
Okay.
Healthy relationships, goal setting, and building self-esteem.
Awesome. That sounds like a winner. I don't have any young children, but I wish we had something like that when I was younger or when my kids were younger.
Yes, because if you did, they could be in our pageant.
Yeah. So when is your pageant?
Our pageants are annually, so it's around February or March 2019 we're shooting for.
Okay.
And basically, the girls in our pageant are amateurs, so it's their first time and they light shine from within on the stage.
Oh, so these are not your young women that you coach and mentor. They're not new to this. They are new to this industry. Oh, okay, they're new.
Yes,
okay, so they haven't been coached along. They haven't done anything like that. So that's the whole purpose of your program.
Yep. We help build their self-esteem. We help build healthy relationships. So when I say healthy relationships, I'm not talking about necessarily boyfriend and girlfriend, but I'm talking about relationships with their schoolmates, the school staff in the school, basically teacher, student, and the NTA and the other school supports, counselors, and things like that.
So communication skills is important.
Absolutely.
So sometimes I realize that in this world today, lots of people and young people don't know how to communicate. And that's very upsetting because you can't not get along in this world without communicating properly.
Absolutely.
And do you do, what do you call it when you do conflict and resolution? Is that what it's called?
Conflict resolution.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
We talk about that. Like everything comes into play in the program. So definitely when you build relationships, communication is key, as you stated. So basically we talk about listening and understanding the other person's viewpoints rather than just fighting and arguing instantly.
So not to be reactionary.
Absolutely.
All right. So we are going to start cooking. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So I have some pasta cooking back here, and that's going to come out soon. I like penne pasta. I know a lot of people like fettuccine Alfredo and stuff like that, and I like to use penne pasta. So we are going to season up our shrimp. So we have about 15 shrimp to every pound. So I'll show you how I do this. So this is about 15 per pound, 14 to 15 per pound. So we're going to season some of these up and just saute them in some olive oil and butter. I don't like margarine. I know a lot of people use margarine. I don't like margarine
either.
I'm a big fan of making sure that I don't use that because it's not healthy, in my opinion.
I don't use it either.
All right, so I'm going to use some cracked pepper.
Yes.
Keep an eye on that pasta for me too.
Okay.
You just want it to be al dente. We don't want it. Now, this is a secret of mine. I like to use a little bit of smoky flavors in mine. So I'm not going to tell you where to get this from, but it's called African smoke seasoning.
Oh.
So I like to use this, and just a little bit goes a long way. And then I don't like to use tons of this, but I like just a little bit of garlic powder because we are going to use some fresh garlic as well. But sometimes you just need a little garlic powder. And I'm going to use a little sea salt. Grab this back here. And we're going to add some seafood seasoning. Just a little because we don't want too much salt. We want to enjoy the flavor of the shrimp. So could you tell me a little bit about your nonprofit?
Well, I started it initially because I worked in the school district and I noticed that the focus was always reading and math and things like that. And the kids weren't interested. You know, I know we need that to get through everyday life, but the kids were lacking hope. Yes. They were hopeless. They were coming to school, but their mom was just getting beat up. They were starving. They were cold and different things like that. So if you're going to ask them to do a math problem, they don't care about that. They're just there to get a meal and things like that. So I like stated, I saw this going on daily, and I said, well, we need something to help build, you know, the hope in our children, so they'll want to learn and know that they're capable of learning.
Okay. That's very interesting, and it's good to know that we have people in this community, not just the Philadelphia community, but people out there that have nonprofit organizations that are willing to help their communities grow and to enrich them also.
We had to, because I laugh like, y'all could be getting knocked over the head, but I will make sure I know the children and I help them. Like, oh, little Tyrone, remember that? You know, and I laugh at that, but when I drive through the community, it's always somebody saying, hey, Miss Williams, hey, Miss Shante, and I feel comfortable throughout my community knowing that I've helped the youth. That's
awesome. So, okay, we're going to get this pasta off and drained.
Yes.
And we're going to let these shrimp cook up just till they turn pink on both, and then we'll flip them on both sides. We're going to take the shrimp out and transfer them back onto a clean plate. I'll wash this plate up. We're going to add some garlic, some fresh parsley. We'll start with our roux, and then we should be good to go. All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to transfer this. So we're going to reserve a little bit of pasta water. So tell me about some other events that are coming up.
Oh, so I just had the Philly Youth Awards honoring youth throughout the city of Philadelphia, which was amazing. I have that annually as well.
So how does a person like me find out about stuff? I am on social media, but for some reason I miss the events after they happen.
I know. Well, I have a contact number. I'm still old school.
Okay. So how do you choose people for awards?
Well, I still do like old school promotion. It's still word of mouth. I'm putting together a website, but it's still like on Facebook and Instagram, different social media. So basically, it's nothing too intense. It's just we're honoring youth throughout the city, where a lot of times youth that get straight A's are acknowledged, or maybe the naughtier children are acknowledged, but the ones that's like in the middle, people never really notice them. So,
I always felt unnoticed because I was the one. I was quiet in a corner somewhere. I didn't do a whole bunch, to get noticed. But
absolutely, and
I wasn't necessarily a straight A student. I got really good grades, but not necessarily a straight A student. So.
Absolutely. So the Youth Awards basically allows children such as yourself and others let them know the community sees them and we're supporting them. Because when you are just going neutral, you have the extra boost, you can go higher. You can feel that somebody is backing you up, where you don't feel overlooked, and we can praise you and honor you and let you know to keep up the good work, and we're looking for you to go further.
All right, I'm listening.
So
are just about done.
As far as this past year, we have a lot of entrepreneurs. We have a lot of children doing things in the community where they're stopping bullying. They have their own programs. One was fighting disease, kidney disease, and things like that. They're really awesome members in our community. And we just want people to know that we don't just have negative things happen in our city. We have a lot of positive things going on in our city that's being overlooked.
Okay. So I just chopped up some parsley.
And it smells great.
I love this. I said this before. I love the smell of parsley. We added some garlic to our shrimp, olive oil, and butter, and let them saute up. So I'm just going to rock my knife back and forth, get a nice chop on this parsley. Do you like to cook?
That's what I'm looking at you like, I need her at my house. I'm like, yum. I can cook, but that's not my thing.
Do you like to cook with your kids? Oh, so you said you can cook, but you don't like.
I can cook, but that doesn't give me as much pleasure as other
now,
things,
cooking,
as eating.
That's funny. Cooking is my passion. However, I've often said that my parents showed our family love through cooking, not just my brothers and sisters and I, but they showed the community love. My mother is the type, she was so funny. She would cuss you out and then say, sit down and have a plate of food.
Okay.
Like that was the household I grew up in. My dad was rather quiet, but my dad was excellent. And if you made a mistake and said something about who cooked what, my mom was the one that was gonna let you know. So if I said, oh my gosh, that roast beef was so delicious, it was so succulent, it broke down in my mouth so good, my mom would say, I seasoned that meat. She wanted you to know that she seasoned it and that my dad she cooked it and my dad smoked it on the grill the rest of the way. She was gonna make sure you knew that. So what's your fondest memory of being in the kitchen with your mom or dad or grandparent?
My dad usually would cook like breakfast, which he loves meat. You know, men love meat, bacon.
I'm listening, but I'm just gonna be right here.
Bacon and things like that. So he would do like a breakfast and probably fry an egg if anything. But my mom, my mom definitely cooks wholesome, yummy meals, and I can cook like her again, but that's just not my thing. No. So I love to go to my mom's, and I still call her now, like, did you cook? Right. You know, because she still makes a lot of food, and she'd say, well, me and your dad didn't eat it all. Like, well, look, me and the kids will, you know, so.
Yeah, my kids are like that.
Yeah, so it's like, I grew up with home cooked meals, and I still eat them now, but as far as me, right now in this point in my life, I don't cook as much as I should or could.
So we want to bring conversations back to the kitchen. I feel that a lot of conversations are missed and we don't get to talk to each other because everything is social media. I can sit in the living room with my fiance and we can sit and talk for a few minutes and then we're like both looking at our phones. So I want to bring conversations back to the kitchen. I just think conversation is healthy. Mm-hmm. So we just want to make sure that we are bringing it back to the kitchen for our young people and our families and our friends. Sometimes we can have a glass of wine and, you know, with our girlfriends and have some healthy conversations. And it looks like you've been talking about communication. So that's what I want, communication bringing it back to the table again. Okay, so we took our shrimp aside. We are going to make a roux now. Have you ever made a roux before?
No, I keep hearing you say that. I'm like, what's going on?
You're going to make one today.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to put add some more butter to the pan. We're going to take all those shrimp drippings that we had.
Mind your way?
And no, I'm going to give you this whisk. Why whisk?
I'm working in the kitchen, y'all.
You're working in the kitchen. So I'm going to give you some flour. And we're going to add some butter and flour. We're going to just keep stirring it. And then we're going to start.
On top of the fire.
On top of the fire. And we're going to work the lumps out, okay? So when you're making a roux is like oil and flour. But you want to cook the flour taste out of it, okay? So we're going to add, while you stir, I'm going to add some flour. Keep stirring it around. And I make a loose roux for this. Yep, there you go. Because I don't want it too thick. And this is my version of Alfredo.
Okay.
I'm a kitchen cook and this is how I do it.
I'm cooking. Cooking up
and
some
I
roux.
say a kitchen cook, but I'm not minimizing what I do. I'm just saying that other people may have other ways of doing it.
The kitchen cook is chicken like a stir. This is hilarious. I don't do all this.
So many times I see people not cooking and they don't make their own Alfredo. They're using a jarred Alfredo. So I'm going to add some hot pepper seeds to it. But you actually can make this at home.
Yeah, I'm looking like,
So we're going to use some heavy cream. And if we need more, we'll just use some milk.
Also use both of those?
Yes.
Okay.
So, running your business as a millennial, how's that experience been?
I do show love to the millennials. It's a big gap these days because you have a lot of old school, for the lack of better words, thoughts where you go to college, go to work for 60 years, and then, you know, celebrate that if you live to 60 with your money. But as a millennial mindset of today, there's a lot of entrepreneurs. I do have a college degree in psychology. However,
I'm just gonna let this go now.
Okay.
You got a little workout with that. Okay,
Yes.
we're just gonna let this go. So go ahead.
So as an entrepreneur, it's definitely, I would say just as much hard work as back in the day, or even harder, because you have to get people to believe in your brand. You know.
Yes. So how is that? That's interesting that you said that. How is it to get people to believe in your brand?
It's the hardest thing I
Why?
feel I've ever done, because like you said prior and about social media, when you're on social media, you can post something and you can get a like, but that like means nothing. Yes. You have to get them to come into you, pay for your product,
yes,
and then continuously be a client.
Yes.
So basically you have to sell yourself, not in a negative way, but just basically build a relationship where the person is interested in you or in what you do. So with me, a lot of my events and things deal with kids. So
I'm just going to add some lemon zest.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah. And some fresh lemon. I always like to add a whole
Alfredo.
lemon.
Okay.
So when you're squeezing lemon, not to cut you off, but when you're squeezing lemon, and I like to do it
that side up?
Yeah.
So the seeds won't get in?
Yeah, so the seeds won't get in.
Oh, and that's a good idea.
Cut side up. I couldn't think of it.
So when I say that side
That
up.
side up. That's okay. See all the seeds that could have gotten in it? So okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, so with me, I can say, who wants to be in the pageant? And all the girls will say, yay. And then there'll be a handful of girls that say no. And when I ask them why not, they just like, they could say, I just don't want to. Or they'll say, my mom won't let me, or my parent won't let me.
Okay.
So they're already feeling defeated. So I have to get through.
This lemon was juicy.
Yes. I have to get through the children and then the parents, you know, because I'm a crusader for the kids, especially in positive events. So it's like, well, let me ask your parent. And sometimes it's okay.
Sometimes it's not.
Sometimes it's not.
Yeah. How can someone help with those children that don't have a lot of money?
And that's another thing. I'm always asking for donations. You have to be bold enough to ask, but it's not for me, it's for the children. And then people see the outcome of what's going on. So that's basically for me, you can see my outcome. Whereas a lot of other people, it might take a while to see it if they have, I guess, a product or something else. But as for me, having events and things with the kids, I beg practically for donations because these things cost a lot of money.
Yes.
You know, and I'm still doing it at a lower level, but it still costs money. So, and they're grateful for all types of donations, whether it be food at events, monetary, gowns, just different things. We're always grateful for donations.
So how can one, you see how it's starting to thicken up?
Yes. Yum, yum, yum.
So how can a person donate if they wanted to donate?
I have an email address, which is inwardbeauty79@gmail.com. My phone number is 267-800-7725. I'm on Facebook as Shante Williams, and then I have a Facebook page of Beauty Within on Facebook as well.
All right.
Also have Beauty Within 79 on Instagram.
And how long have you been doing this, Shante?
4 years.
4 years. Mm-hmm. That's impressive. I know a lot of millennials have businesses now, so that's exciting. When I was growing up, they they always told us, go to school, work up the corporate ladder, go to college, then work up the corporate ladder when you get a job. And that's been tough. So my generation, I feel like we started a little late in the game, but now you guys are coming right out of high school. And even before high school, I hear young people, children saying, hey, I want to start my own business. So I'm loving that.
Yeah, I have a 6-year-old with her own lip gloss line, and my son is 11 with his t-shirt line.
And we're going to get her in here a little bit later, maybe both of them. We're going to get them in here a little bit later. You see how the consistency is? Who cannot make their own Alfredo? This is pretty good, and we didn't even add any cheese yet. So from this point, we're just about done. We are going to add our shrimp back. We're going to add our pasta in and some fresh parsley at the end. Also, I have some fresh crab meat.
Woo!
Some colossal lump crab meat. We're going to add this in, but I don't like it to break up, so I'm going to add it in at the end. I hate when that happens. We're going to turn this down.
Oh, you like your
bit.
lumps in it? Okay.
Yeah, I like my lumps in it. I don't like it when it's too broken down. Okay, so we just want to keep this stirring consistently. We're going to add in our cheese, and our cheese is going to be, I can't not say this, Pecorino Romano, and we're also going to add in some Parmesan cheese. I like to use 2 different cheeses because the Pecorino Romano gives a real tangy, twangy taste, if that's the word. However, the Parmesan cheese is also really good and sharp tasting. So you see, I really don't want it to boil, but I'm keeping it moving. But the thickness is the consistency that I want. I also reserve some pasta water. Whenever you're cooking pasta, reserve some pasta water in the back, like just maybe a cup of it, so that it will allow you to thin your sauce out if you need to. Okay? Because it has all the starch from your pasta in it. Okay, so we're gonna just turn this off pretty much. I'm looking backwards. We don't want this sauce to break because it has butter and oil and all that in it. So we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, but I'm going to get you to stir this for me, Shante. Just about done. I like it really cheesy.
I'm getting a workout.
Yeah, see, cooking is a workout. I may not go to the gym
right
on a consistent basis, but
I'm in the kitchen working it out.
Yes. And we're going to add some Pecorino Romano.
I never had Pecorino Romano, I don't think.
Here, I want you to taste it in your hand. Ooh, I didn't mean that much, but here, put some in here. It's okay. If that's too much, I just want you to taste it.
What camera?
It's pretty
oh, okay.
Yeah, sharp, right? Pretty sharp.
Yeah, but I like it. Well, I can sprinkle this on popcorn.
Yes, you can put it on popcorn. Put some parsley. Add some parsley to it.
Yum yum.
Some hot oil on the popcorn instead of butter. So that's a nice little treat. But you see how we have a cheesy, nice and creamy cheesy sauce. I like to add the lemon juice to it. It makes it a little lighter tasting than the regular Alfredo. So we're going to add these shrimp back in and the pasta, and then we are done. I know.
Yummy.
Because I need this. I need to switch bowls. I put the pasta in, and I'm going to add in, it's a little thick for me, a lot thick. So I'm going to add some pasta water. I know that seems like a lot, but I reserved some pasta water so that I can thin this out some. Because you want it rich, but you don't want it rich where it's way too thick. How does that look?
Yummy.
I'm gonna get you a fork so you can kind of taste it. Do you see how so who can't make, you see this?
Yes.
Who can't
It
make
looks amazing.
Alfredo themselves?
It smells amazing, guys.
Everybody can make this themselves.
Yeah, it wasn't hard at all.
It wasn't, right? So I'm going to just put half of this crab meat in because we're going to use this for another dish. All right, that's about half. Just a little bit more pasta water. That should be good enough.
So do you come up with these recipes just off the top of your head, like you cooking?
So this is the thing. My dad is hilarious. Was hilarious. He said, I never was in the kitchen that much, but you know, you never know when kids are paying attention. I'll say that. I wasn't in the kitchen much. However, I got to a place where I said, hey, I got married and I was like, I want to start cooking. And I just started remembering the things that my mom and dad did in the kitchen.
Okay.
And they showed and expressed their love to us by cooking. And we had to eat around a dinner table. It was no, you know, even though they were busy, they both worked 2 and 3 jobs, but we still had to eat as a family, or my siblings and I had to eat as, you know, a family. So that was awesome. This is called a spurtle. I love spurtles. I get to stir large amounts of food in it. This is done. We're going to plate this. Turn this off. Why can't I find an off button? Pause. All right. So if you could just hold that steady for me.
Oh, this.
So yeah, my dad, when I got married, he says, oh, you played your games well. He said, you didn't cook this gourmet food when you were at home. We had to beg you to cook stuff. So I don't want to overfill the pan like I just did. But then we can put some fresh parsley in it. I like a lot of parsley. It just has a nice earthiness to it. And then we are going to just stir that in some. That looks good, right?
Yes. It looks amazing and smells amazing, guys.
Okay, what do you think? We're going to get you to taste some. I'm going to get you a fork.
About the grub.
I'm going to... All right, let me clear this stuff.
Yes.
I probably should have gotten... Okay, let's see how you like this Alfredo.
Yes. Yummy.
I want you to try it.
The pressure.
Let me know. I know the pressure. Let me know if it needs anything. Now, what do you like most about it?
It's fresh. I can taste the lime and I can taste the smoke flavor.
The lemon. Oh, you can taste
the lemon. Sorry, yeah, I'm saying the lime, but yeah, I can taste the lemon and the smoke flavor at the same time. So that's like really good. And it's fresh and not heavy because I have eaten the jarred one.
Have you? No, that's like taboo. You cannot.
I know. So
all right, so after today,
I know.
After today, you'll be able to. Did you get some crab meat? Here's a nice,
I have a piece right here.
Here's a nice lump.
And I let mine break. Sorry. I can taste every spice. It's yummy.
It's good. Okay. All right. So after today, you can make your own Alfredo.
Yes, I can.
All right. So is there anything else that you would like to tell our viewers today about your business, your nonprofit? Can you guys see that? No more jarred Alfredo. You can make this yourself. Anything else that you want to share with us until we go to the next segment?
Again, I'm Shante Williams, and I'm just grateful for this platform right now. This food is amazing. And I'm out here in the trenches working with the children of Philadelphia every day. And as always, we need your support. And we thank you to those that have been supporting. And we are welcoming others to support us.
Yes.
Thank you.
And how can they get in touch with you again? We gave your social media.
My social media is on Instagram, BeautyWithin79. It's also a link on Instagram called the Philly Youth Awards. I'm Shante Williams on Facebook, and we have Beauty Within on Facebook as well. And my number is 267-800-7725. Again, it's 267-800-7725.
And we'll definitely attach her links to this channel. Don't forget to push the like button, guys.
Down below.
And subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe. Yes. All right. Thank you. And we'll be on to our next segment.
Thank you. I'm hungry.